Welcome back, family, to Northside LDN. Caramba. Today we've got Spurs 3, Burnley 0. What a screamer by Richarlison. What a performance by Cudus. We're going to get into all of it and more. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, all that good stuff. Let's get straight into it. That first goal from Richarlison, Cudus, man. Cudus just putting it on the plate. He was a menace the whole game. Cudus was a menace, man. That right-hand side of Spurs, it's looking like a problem. It's looking like a problem. I can't lie. The link up between Porro and Cudus, they're understanding each other well. The crossing in from Cudus every single time to find Richarlison. For me, listen, man of the match, Cudus. Man of the match, man. The way he was beating the player, the way he's crossing into the box, he looked like a constant threat all game. Cudus was cooking this game. I can't lie. He was cooking. And Richarlison, he was bang on the money. Bang on the money today. Some really, really good finishing from Richarlison. One or two opportunities he missed, but you know what? He scored some good goals. The first goal on the plate by Cudus for Richarlison. Just tap it in. The second goal, you know what I'm saying? Cudus with a cross, Richarlison with a bicycle kick. What a flipping goal, bro. What a goal. Do you know what I'm saying? To even do the bicycle kick, the power behind the shot. Listen, I can't lie, man. That was a bad boy goal. Bad boy goal. The best goal I've seen so far this season. The best goal I've seen so far this season has come from Richarlison so far. I know it's early in the season, but it was a bad boy goal. I can't even lie. The third goal, Pape Matar pressing, passes it straight to Johnson. Johnson threw on goal and just taps it in. And I can't even lie. Even Bergvall had times in the game where he was just dictating the midfield. And he was just dictating play. He was passing the ball around, helping Spurs just keep the ball, trying to start counterattacks. But Cudus was the guy, man. Cudus was the guy. He was just smoking Burnley, bro. They couldn't touch the ball. Especially for that third goal. I mean, the second goal, the volley, the Richarlison volley, the way one flick, one flick, he just loses it. One flick from Cudus, whips it in, boom, goal. Like, nah, I can't even lie, man. Cudus was balling out. Cudus was balling out. Gotta keep it honest, man. Cudus was on smoke. That one flick and then cross. Literally just beat him with two touches. Like the crossing from Cudus was just different. And I think it complements Spurs' attack because Johnson on the left-hand side, he's somebody that wants to be in the end of crosses, end of attacks. Like he was for the third goal, where Cudus plays him through, he's 1v1 with the goalkeeper, and then he scores. That's what Johnson wants to do. He's not the best creator. You know, he may have one or two decent crosses, but he's not the best in terms of creativity. Cudus on that right-hand side, alongside Porro as well, whipping in crosses. I think both of them just complement each other in terms of offering more to Spurs' attack, especially with Maddison being out. Spurs are really creating through the wings. They're creating most of their chances through the wings, not really through the middle. Even though Bergvall was trying to create stuff through the middle, he was using the width of the pitch, trying to get Cudus into the game, always looking to find Cudus because Cudus was the guy. He was the one that was creating everything. Johnson was better in the second half, but he wasn't that great. Apart from the goal, he wasn't that great. He wasn't really involved in the build-up, wasn't really involved in the counter-attacking. Cudus just stole the show. Richarlison, really good finishing from Richarlison today. Really good finishing from Richarlison today. And just, yeah, that volley was just crazy. I can't even lie. That volley was mad. Like I said, Bergvall in the center of the pitch in the midfield, I thought he was actually quite decent. I didn't think he was that bad. You know, Archie Gray isn't the type of player that's going to create a load of chances. I think he was okay. Bergvall, out of all the midfielders, I mean, Pape Matar was doing well in protecting the back line, also pressing. But there was opportunities that Burnley could have got into the game in the second half. There was opportunities where Burnley could have got into the game, and they just allowed. They just squandered their chances. Like before Spurs put them to the sword, Spurs got the second goal, that Richarlison volley at the right time because Burnley was applying pressure. I'm being real. Burnley was applying pressure. They had a couple of opportunities in front of goal and literally they just hit it wide. There was another one literally just 1v1 with the goalkeeper, hit it straight at the goalkeeper. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? And that's the thing with football, man. The momentum swings. You don't take your opportunity and then Spurs get back into the game. At that point, it would have been 1-1. Burnley had the opportunities, but I can't lie. They just ain't got the quality. They ain't got the quality. There was another opportunity where Burnley went straight through on goal Romero, I thought he was going to foul the Burnley player, didn't foul him. And then Van de Ven, luckily with the last stitch tackle, wins the ball. Would have went straight through on goal. And I think where Burnley was catching Spurs out was when Spurs was committing too many players forward. They caught him out. Pedro Porro got caught out as well. He was lucky they didn't score. There was an opportunity for the Burnley player in the Spurs box, and he took way too many touches. All the flipping Spurs defenders were already beaten. You're 1v1 with the goalkeeper. Take a touch, hit it. He took like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touches. I'm like, what are you doing? Smack it first time. The Spurs, they caught life certain times, but at the end of the day, they took their opportunities. But at 1-1, Burnley had about 3 opportunities to get back into the game and equalize. They didn't take the opportunity. And then after that, Spurs just cooked them. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely cooked them. Richarlison had a header that went wide. He had several headers that went wide after he scored his brace. And he could have had a hat-trick. Richarlison could have had a hat-trick. I can't even lie. But Spurs overall were by far the superior team. Like I said, I think Burnley had a spell of like 5-10 minutes where they could have scored 2 goals. And they didn't score the goals. They just didn't have the quality. I can't lie. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I think when Burnley were through on goal in the first half, like I said, too slow on the counter-attack. Mickey Van de Ven. I mean, that's why I rate Van de Ven, man. He's a top centre-back, bro. He just reads and he just takes away all the fires, man. Every time there's a fire, he just takes out the fire every single time. Do you know what I mean? I think Bergvall as well, towards the end of the the first half, sorry, the way he was controlling the game, I think he was doing really, really well. Taking on play as well, springing counter-attacks really, really well. I think Bergvall actually had a decent game. I can't lie. I actually think he had a decent game. Sarr goes without saying. I think Sarr had a very, very good game. In the second half, Johnson to Richarlison in the box unmarked. Shoots at the goalkeeper, shoots at the defender, gets it blocked on the rebound, shoots at the goalkeeper and it's saved. Richarlison should have done better there. He could have got himself a hat-trick. He had 2 opportunities. You know what I mean? He should have at least done better on the rebound. Literally 1v1 with the goalkeeper and he just hit it straight at the goalkeeper. But Richarlison had a good game. For me, like I said, personally, I think Cudus was man of the match, but it is what it is. I can see why Richarlison sometimes is frustrating, but when he's on it, you see the type of goal that he scored for the second goal. That's the thing with Richarlison. That he misses a lot of opportunities that you think, yo, you got to score that. He misses it. But then he can score a screamer. You know what I mean? You keep feeding opportunities to Richarlison and eventually he does score, you know. But today he could have easily got a hat-trick, if not more. The goal kick from Burnley, you know what I mean? Straight to their attacker. Pedro Porro at a position, cooks Romero, threw straight onto goal, too many touches, and that is the opportunity that they should have buried Spurs. But Burnley didn't bury Spurs. They ain't got the players, man. They ain't got the players. Too many touches in front of goal. And yeah, man, I think Johnson's effective, but this wasn't the game that he was the most effective. Obviously, he got the goal and the counter-attack. For the whole game, though, he was pretty quiet. Johnson was pretty quiet. I don't think he was that great today. I can't lie. I don't think Johnson was that. I don't rate Johnson like that, but normally, like, you know, he does what he does. Johnson does what it is what it is. You feed him a chance, you know, you give Johnson a couple of chances, he'll score one of them. Do you know what I mean? He's one of them ones. But he doesn't affect the game the same way Cudus does. Like, Cudus is just consistently creating opportunities, consistently looking to bring the attacker into the game, you know, but it is what it is. I think also Spence is better defensively than Porro, but Porro offers a lot more in terms of going forward. Every time Cudus, you know, needed someone to pass to and the passing lanes were cut, you just cut it back to Porro whipping and across straight into Richarlison. I think that right-hand side, you know, while Spurs sort out what they're going to do, if they're going to go out there and get Eze, once they get that creativity in the midfield, it's going to be, the creativity is going to come from the width. I think if you stop their right-hand side, then it's an issue. I think Porro, he got caught out one time where he was just pushing too far forward in the second half, and he got caught out and he didn't get punished. I think Porro constantly going forward to try and help out Cudus and give him another option is something that other teams can look at in terms of trying to kill Tottenham on a counter-attack. That's something that they can definitely utilize, because Porro is always looking to link up with Cudus. I think on the left-hand side, you don't really have that much of a problem because Spence has got very good recovery pace. Positionally, a lot of times defensively, is a lot better than Porro. and he doesn't push as far forward constantly, you know, so he's not constantly overlapping or constantly trying to go past the winger. I think that right hand side, in terms of defensively, it's a gift and a curse. It's catch 22. It's a catch 22 with Spurs. They got very good attackers on the right hand side, but then at times they need to know when to kick back and not allow that to become a weakness and get caught out of position on the right hand side. Whereas on the left hand side, they got Johnson, but he's not as supported the way that Cudus is. So yeah, it's one of them ones. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Is what it is. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Big up, Norsa. Big up, bro. Yeah, Cudus balling out, bro. Man of the match, man. Man of the match, easy. We preferred Madueke to Cudus, 100%. 100%. I would have rather got Cudus. We was calling out for Cudus for time ago. Time ago. Do you know what I mean? He looks like he's there to prove a point, man. He looks like he's there to prove a point. He just technically sound, man. Like, he's technically very good. The energy, the pressing, the crossing, the distribution, the passing. Like, Cudus was doing his thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cudus is doing his thing. I can't lie. He's cooking right now. My guy's cooking. I can't even lie. That goal was a madness, North, bro. That Richarlison goal was a bad boy goal, bro. That bicycle kick, bro. The way he slapped it, bro. You see the way the net just went back, bro. I swear down. That was a bad boy goal. You gotta be honest. You gotta be fair about it. You know what I mean? I know we don't like Spurs, but you gotta be honest about it as Arsenal fans. That was a bad boy goal. Big up North. Good win for Tottenham and Sunderland. Yeah, man. Big up, man. Obviously, I didn't watch the Sunderland game, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely watched the replay for the Sunderland game. Cudus was on smoke. I agree. Smash the likes, people. Big up, man. Yeah, man. Gonna tell me Cudus is show pony, not didding Madueke, but Cudus is miles better. Gutted we didn't go for him. Things like this, why I don't rate our talent ID is the worst. So I'm saying, technically better. His delivery is better. People talking about, oh, the link up between Madueke and Gyökeres. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Cudus is better, bro, in every aspect. But this is what we told, man. We told, man, that, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to lie. Obviously, I wanted Rodrigo. I wanted Lookman. But Cudus was in that conversation. I'd definitely be taking him over Madueke any day. Any day. But some Arsenal fans are going to overgas the Madueke thing. Come on, man. Let's just keep it honest, bro. Let's just keep it honest, bro. Madueke ain't nowhere near as good as Cudus, bro. Do you know what I mean? Now he's in a proper attacking team. Now you've seen the way he's moving, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Burnley's first game back in the Premier League ends in defeat. Thomas Frank will improve Richarlison. It's his type of striker. Listen, he's improving the team, man. He is improving Spurs. They're not getting caught out as much as they used to. They still got caught out sometimes. Porro needs to still watch out for not getting caught, you know what I mean, out of position, sorry. And Burnley did catch them out. They're very lucky they didn't get, put to the sword. Let's just keep it honest. Let's just keep it real. Spurs did get caught out, but they reacted well. You know what I mean? They reacted well. To be honest, one of the chances, Burnley, too many touches. The other opportunity, Van de Ven did very well to get back and close his man down. But up against a faster player, you know what I'm saying? I know Mickey Van de Ven is fast, but you know what I mean? So they got to watch out for that. It's a careful balance. But I think under Thomas Frank, Spurs look a lot more balanced. They do look a lot more balanced in their attack. They got Johnson that wants to be at the end of opportunities. They got Richarlison that obviously wants to be fed chances. They got Cudus. But the thing is, who else is going to create opportunities if you nullify Cudus? That's the only thing that you look at. If they still had Maddison available, obviously they can go get Eze. If you lock down Cudus, Pedro Porro, yeah, you can say Pedro Porro. The problem is you can hit him on the counter attack though. Do you know what I'm saying? You can lead him into a trap. That's the thing with Pedro Porro. You can lead him into a trap. So it's one of them ones. Like if you lock down Cudus, I'm not saying it's easy to lock down Cudus, but if you lock down Cudus, 2 man on Cudus, don't let him cross, don't let him create. Who else is really creating like that? You know what I mean? Johnson ain't the most creative. I'll be real. Nah, Johnson ain't really the most creative, bro. He wants to be on the end of chances. Richarlison ain't a creator like that. Do you know what I mean? Bergvall is decent, but he's not like a mad creator, bro. Do you know what I mean? But he's decent. And Archie Gray, he ain't that guy. He ain't that creative guy. Do you know what I mean? Papi Matissa, he did well in terms of pressing and winning the ball back. You know what I mean? The Johnson goal, he pressed, he saw space, he passed into space. But if he's going up against a mid block or a low block, whatever you want to call it, come on, Papi Matissa is not the guy to unlock defenses. Do you know what I mean? So that's the thing, man. They need Eze. They do need Eze. They do need Eze. Spurs did well, but you can see how certain games the creativity can get locked off or can get used against them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones. So yeah, Archie Gray and Tell, yeah, they're not all that, but I'm talking about creativity, bro. I'm talking about creativity. I'm talking about if Cudus gets locked off, who else is creating for this team? Who is creating for Richarlison, for Johnson, that feed off of chances? That's the only thing. Like I said, very good performance from Spurs. Obviously, first game back, certain things they can work on positionally for Porro. Spence as well got caught out one time as well. So their fullbacks need to know when to press, when not to press. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, other than that, Richarlison, not, you know, he scored 2 goals, but he's a little bit wasteful. Other than that, Johnson needs to get more into the game. He needs to get a little bit more into the game. He's pretty quiet today, apart from the goal. But some people look at the goal and say that that's, you know, the player played well. He took his goal, but for the amount of time he was on the pitch, he wasn't that effective. You know what I'm saying? 80 minutes and that's the only real thing I really saw from Johnson. I think he had 2 decent crosses and the goal. Is where it is. Survive Ten Hag. Big up to you, bro, for the super chat. Northside, you better ready tomorrow reckoning. You better be ready. I think that's what you meant. Yeah. Listen, it's what it is, bro. You already know what I think about Arsenal, bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't winning nothing this season. So listen, just sack Arteta, bro. I'm ready to just sack him, bro. I'm ready to just sack him. Big up, bro. Do you know what I mean? Listen, I ain't gonna be talking crazy. We don't do well at Old Trafford. We have not had a good preseason. We had 1 good game in preseason, in my opinion, and that was the Atleti Bilbao game. The rest of it was rubbish. The rest of it wasn't good enough. So, yeah, I'm very, very concerned. As an Arsenal fan, I'm very, very concerned for Arsenal once again. So I'm just keeping it real. Sunderland cooking. Thomas Frank on fire. Sunderland on fire. You know what I'm saying? Big up Macy every single time. Welcome back, Sunderland. They play good. I need to watch it. I ain't see. I need to watch it. Lawless cooked. Eze to Spurs. Big up, bro. Big up to everyone in the building. Make sure you're hitting the like button, man. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. All that good stuff. This is why I wanted Frank at United. Instant impact. None of this. He needs his players. BS. I hear it. You know what I mean? I hear it. The team looking a lot more balanced than what it was under Ange. I can't lie. Tottenham are more dangerous than us. I wouldn't say Tottenham are more dangerous than us if we play the right players. I can't lie. I don't know if I agree with that. Do you know what I mean? Because if you look at who we can play, like they've got what Maddison and Cudus creating their opportunities. Like we've got, and listen, some of these players still need to prove themselves, but in terms of options as it currently stands, Ethan can create opportunities in the 10. So can Dauman. Odegaard knocked out. I'm saying he's amazing, but we've got a lot more options in terms of creativity. Gyökeres, we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see what he does in the Prem, but I'm not gonna, Richarlison did well today, but I'm not gonna go on like Gyökeres, like Richarlison and Gyökeres have the same kind of on the same playing field when it comes to world football and strikers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Richarlison's on the same level, but Gyökeres needs to prove himself. Do you know what I mean? In terms of defense, I think overall we got a better defense than Spurs. I have to keep it honest. We do have a better defense than Spurs. I think we got a better goalkeeper. I'm just going to be honest. I think we got a better goalkeeper. We got a better centre-back partnership. We got a better right-back. Left-back, I like Spence. So I'm not going to, it's Skelly's had 1 season. But overall, as a unit, which defense is as a unit, the defenders and the goalkeeper, we're better than them. You know what I mean? I'll be real. Our midfield is actually, in my opinion, our midfield is better than theirs. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. But listen, they got individual players that one or two individual players that I feel like are better than ours. Mainly like Cudus. You know what I'm saying? Richarlison's better than Havertz. So I don't know. I don't see that they're more dangerous. I think their manager is showing signs of being a lot more balanced as a manager, where Arteta is very all out defense or all out attack. Thomas Frank seems like he's trying to find a balance between both of them, a bit like Arne Slot. You know what I mean? Even the way he was seeing out the game was something that maybe he's learned from the PSG game when he took off two defensive midfielders and then brought on all attackers. Do you know what I mean? In this game, 80th minute, took off Bergvall, brought on Paulinho. Do you know what I'm saying? That's something that I think he's learning from, where Arteta, there's a lot of decisions that I get frustrated with Arteta. I can't lie. But overall, like, I can't say that Spurs have a better team than Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Spurs fan here, chill guys. It's Burnley. Wait till the end of the season. Yeah, you can be happy with the result. You know what I'm saying? And still say that you need to strengthen your team. You definitely need to bring in a number 10. You know, and listen, like I said, Pedro Porro is a gift and a curse. Like, he does well going forward, but defensively, he can get caught out. I told Deji this time ago. So yeah, man. If we get Eze Savio, we are going to be a problem for a lot of teams this season. Yeah, I definitely think you can improve with Savio and Eze, 100%. Savio's very good at creativity. You know what I'm saying? I know he needs to work on his shooting, but Savio will give you more creativity. So, you know, you have creativity on both wings, not just down your right-hand side. And he can improve in terms of his finishing. And Eze can create and he can score goals. All of a sudden, instantly, yeah, your team improves a lot by getting those two players. Improves a lot. So I hear it. I get it. I get the logic behind it. They'll be scary if they get Eze. What's this? Big up, bro. Big up, my G. Instead of Amorim's system helping our players, we need to buy players to help his system. I hate these hipster modern managers. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. When you man first got him, you man were excited, bro. Now, what's going on, man? Give it time. Give it time, man. My days. Bro, we had the pace at the back to cover that. You didn't cover it when they were through on goal, and Burnley were through on goal. Like two times they were through on goal and they didn't score because they took too many chances. So your pace in the back ain't always gonna save you. You know what I mean? So you don't want your team to be always in a position where you're getting caught at the back. That's all I'm saying. Because you're gonna concede goals like that. You're gonna concede goals. How did they think Madueke is a better player? Someone tell me, bro. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Sunderland top of the league north. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oi, 3-0, you know. I didn't even realize they scored. I just seen it. 3-0. Oh, my days. Bro, I had a feeling this season that West Ham's going to get relegated, bro. I can't even lie. Their team has been so shocking the last couple of seasons, bro. I reckon this is the season they get relegated. I can't lie. I reckon they get relegated, bro. Hey, big up, man. Big up, familia. Thumbs aquí, porra. Thumbs aquí. Bro, big up, bro. Big up to the man, them. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up to the man, them. Let Naldinho cook. Why didn't Arteta push the board for better signings? Because he thinks the team's good enough, bro. He don't want more signings. Johnson is trash. Goal or no goal, Johnson. I don't rate Johnson like that. You know what I mean? But he can be effective. He can be effective. Correct. Johnson and Gray are not it. Yeah, they're not. They're not. They're not. But Johnson can be effective in certain games. You know what I'm saying? He can be effective. But overall, he's not good enough. Big up Northside, seeing Mike's getting cooked is sensational. Hey, Mike's, bro, that's embarrassing, man. They literally just came up, bro. Do you know what I mean? You're getting killed by Sunderland till I die. That's embarrassing, man. Big up to my guy Hooks, man. Big up to my guy Hooks, but big up to Mike's, man. He's going through it right now. Do you know what I mean? He's going through it right now. 3-0 by a team that just came up from the championship. That's embarrassing, man. Burnley going down, but Spurs looking good. Can't lie. Yeah, man. Burnley, West Ham. Them two straight off the bat, I thought getting relegated. Straight off the bat. Straight off the bat. Yo, bro, hope you're good. Hey, big up, man. Big up, my G. You know what I mean? Liverpool, you lot did your thing. I think your fullbacks as well. Yesterday, listen, I had issues with my internet yesterday, which is why I didn't go live. But listen, I ain't missing no more big 6 games this season. Big up to everyone that's locked in. You know what I mean? I will be doing match reactions for all of them. As many as I can in the Premier League. As many as I can, obviously, if it doesn't clash with certain games, obviously. With Arsenal games, which is priority. But yeah, Ekitike, bro, man's looking cold, bro. He was balling out. Gakpo had a good goal as well. Mo Salah at the end. But yeah, Kirkes and Frimpong, they still need to learn. They still need to learn. I can't lie. Them two, they still need to learn the system. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a little bit of time. I think Konate at times is defending. Boy, I don't know what was going on with Konate, bro. You know what I mean? But I still have Liverpool winning the league. Obviously, they won the game 4-2. But yeah, some of the defending from Konate, the fullbacks, the way Liverpool were getting hit on the transition, you man need to fix up. You man do need to fix up, bro. But it's going to come with time. It's going to take a little bit of time. I can't lie. You know what I mean? It's going to take a little bit of time for them to catch up to, Premier League standards. But yeah, man, Kirkes and Frimpong, they need to improve, man, because on the counter, you man were getting caught out. Right now, you're more dangerous. But if we get Eze Savio, we're more dangerous. I think you improve if you're more dangerous. Do you know what? My manager doesn't play the type of football to make us dangerous. Like people, like I'm not fooled by what we did against Athletic Bilbao because we don't play like that every game. Do you know what I mean? So Arsenal have the potential to play like how we played against Atletico Bilbao. When we take the handbrake, when the manager takes a handbrake off and plays the right team, this team was originally built to play attacking football. Let's just be honest. When we was 8 points clear, Arsenal was built to be an attacking team, bro. And then he tried to transition it to being a defensive team. So a lot of these players play better in the transition. They play better as an attacking, expressive team. I think if we play the best way that we can, and play attacking football, we're more dangerous than Spurs. But, Spurs have improved. Spurs have definitely improved overall. Their overall game, they've definitely improved. Cudus has hit the ground running 100%. But bro, this is what I'm saying, Josh. This is what happens when you get Premier League proven players, bro. You get instant impact. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't know what Arsenal are going to get rid of Trossard now. But the reason Trossard impacted our team straight away because he was already in the Prem performing. Do you know what I'm saying? And then obviously favoritism, not getting played when he's in form, all of that kicked in as well. But this is the thing about getting Premier League proven players. Like, I'm not saying all you have to get is Premier League proven, but you can see where it benefits you, where you don't have to have that time of, them learning the league. Look at Kirkes, look at Frimpong. Do you know what I mean? Gyökeres as well may have some time to learn the league. I know he played in the Championship. Championship and Premier League are two different things. Do you know what I'm saying? We see Mitrovic do it in the Championship, come to the Premier League and struggle. It's two different things. A lot of players perform very well in the Championship, go up a level to the Premier League, and either it takes time for them to catch up or never catch up with the league. So it's not the same. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the thing, man. You know what I mean? Some players they hit the ground running. I think Ekitike is hitting the ground running for Liverpool. I think he's playing really, really well. Obviously, Man City are that game starting in like 6 minutes. We'll see if Cherky and Reinders, see all their players if they're able to hit the ground running. But yeah, man. Now Spurs don't. The only two players that get into Arsenal's best 11 are Cudus and Maddison. That's it. Top of the league. I don't care. I'm shameless, bro. Enjoy it while you can. Enjoy it while you can. You know what I mean? Enjoy it while you can. Big up, man. Big up, Familia, man. Big up, Familia. Ekitike is cold. Was really excited for him to join, and he's proving me right. Do you know what? Yeah, I never watched him before, and this is why. Yeah, a lot of the times I'm like, I keep my opinion until I watch the player. Obviously, we need to see Ekitike do it on a consistent basis. The way he's pushing players off, the way he timed, that pass to Gakpo to give him space outside the box for him to shoot. Like Ekitike, bro, he just seems like he's on it, bro. He seems like he reads the room. He's not just one of them. Do you know what I mean? Fidget spinner type of attackers, bro. I don't like them strikers that move like fidget spinners, bro. You know what I mean? They don't actually put their head up and watch what's going on, read the game. Do you know what I mean? See what others are doing. You know what I mean? I like that about Ekitike, bro. I've been impressed so far. I can't lie. I've been impressed so far. Mo Salah took his goal as well, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, but we'll see, man. We'll see. So far, I think Ekatike is doing well, man. So far, do you know what I'm saying? Darwin Núñez, but I knew Darwin Núñez wasn't all that from Benfica days. You know what I'm saying? Ekatike, I'm watching. If I see something different, then I'll change my mind. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? I already knew that Núñez weren't all that because I watched them at Benfica, my Portuguese club. Do you know what I mean? So I never put Darwin Núñez on the same level that I put Gyökeres. If Gyökeres doesn't deliver, bro, trust me, I'm going to be the first one to cuss him. Bro. But yeah, man, it's one of them ones. But yeah, last year was the year of the car park for Saeed and the year of the demise for Lee. What would it be in your case if Arsenal doesn't win shit this year? I don't know, man. Demonic possession, because the level of toxic. I'm not even going to be toxic and negative. I'm going to be demonic and negative. So it's going to be some demonic match reactions from me, bro. Because I'm not putting up with another season and not winning nothing. I'm telling you right now, this season I'm not. There's no holding me back anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't care anymore. The whole club's getting cussed. Everyone, dinner lady, stewards, everyone that works at everyone. If you ain't part of the problem, if you ain't part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Everyone, I'm dragging the whole club down to hell with me. If we don't win a major honor this season, bro, everyone's getting dragged down to hell with me. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna be. Pusha T, the story of Adidon. You know what I mean? That's what it's gonna be for me, bro. You know what I mean? 2 caskets, bro. One for me, one for Arsenal Football Club. I'm dragging everyone to hell. Savinho, Cudus, and Eze behind the striker. That's pretty mad. I can't lie. Yeah, bro. Listen, I expect Spurs to be cooking with that kind of attack. I can't lie. You gotta keep it honest. Gotta keep it real. Ekatike is much better footballer than Darwin Núñez. Is great at running around. That's it. Yeah. He's technically better, bro. He's better, and he looks like he's smarter as well in terms of reading the game. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Hugo looks better already, and he's got them nice flicks like Firmino. 100 M's for Verts is mad though. Could have just give it to the team for free. Stinker performance from him. That's what I'm saying. But some players hit the ground running, some don't. You know what I mean? Let's just wait. Let's just watch a season of Verts before we make up our mind. Like I said, Ekatike, I like the performance, but let's give it a season. You know what I mean? Come on, one game. Come on. You know what I mean? I don't think it's enough to say that Ekatike is going to be 100%. He's going to be cooking all season, but at the same thing, you can't say Verts is going to be a flop all season based on one performance. You know what I mean? But listen, over here, we ain't scared over here to be telling you if your player ain't living up to the expectation, we'll let you know. But give it a couple of games. You know what I mean? Give it a couple of games. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, the same way I'm going to give a couple of games to Zubimendi. I'm keeping the same energy with the players at Arsenal. That's all I'm saying. I'm keeping the same energy. Gyökeres has got a couple of games. Zubimendi got a couple of games. If they're not living up to the expectation, trust me, we can do a merry-go-round of cussing this club and cussing those players' performances. But let's give it a couple of performances. Let's give it a couple of games. You know what I mean? Let's give it a couple of games. Like that's all I'm saying. Let's give it a couple of games. Like it's a little bit, you know what I mean? Reactionary. One game, one player performs, so he's amazing. The other, do you know what I mean? It's a little bit. You know what I mean? But we'll cook though. Don't worry about it. We'll cook. If whoever you support, if your big signing doesn't perform, we'll cook you around here. Don't worry about that. We're not shy. We're not shy to cook. We cook. That's why I didn't read it out, bro. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean. Listen, big up that. Come on, man. Big up, bro. Yeah, because when we cook you, there's no excuse. We gave it a little bit of time. We gave it a couple of games. I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. Every rival does the same thing. Like, do you know what I mean? Nobody can tell me, like, if Gyökeres doesn't perform, you might cuss him. So if Verts don't perform, or Ekatike, especially Verts, more for the price. But if Verts and Ekatike don't perform, you're gonna have to hold the smoke. You're gonna have to hold the smoke because you'd make me hold the smoke if it was one of my players. You're gonna have to hold the smoke. It's just how the game goes, baby. It's how the game goes. It's how the game goes. If you don't like it, listen, I don't know, man. Do you know what I mean? Go chat to your manager. North to go out on loan by the end of the transfer window. Bro, I'm telling you. I need to, man. I need to. Facts, it's just a month. Yeah, man. Come on, man. I said, nah, I'm running the narrative, North. I hear it. You want to be shameless? Do what you got to do in it. I can't. You just let him do what you got to do in it. He's like, yo, let me do what I got to do. Don't ask questions, innit? Let me get this game up, man. Let me get this game up. If anyone does want to jump on, I'll put the link up if anyone does want to jump on. But listen, I am watching the City game as well. So, yeah, we're not going to be on for crazy amount of time. What? Bro. Where's that gone? History. Where is it? Where's the link? There we go. Right. There we go. Live scores. Let's get this game on. Do you know what I mean? Hold on. Let me put the link up. There we go. I'm getting to your comments in a minute. Let me just get this game. Up. One sec. What are you lot's predictions as well? Oh, so you get me copyright. There we go. Do you know what I'm saying? Right, City. Let's see what you man are saying, because I see a lot of City content creators saying, you man are sleeping on City. Watch what City's doing. You man are sleeping on City. Cool. Let's see. Do you know what I mean? I do think they're gonna. Of course, I think they're gonna be different today. This season, Man City, they've definitely strengthened. But let's see, man. Listen, I don't write off Pep. I still got Liverpool as favourites, though. I just got to keep it honest. I still got Liverpool as favourites. I think that City defence at times can still get got at for me. But we'll see, man. I never mind being wrong. You know what I mean? I never mind being wrong, but I just want facts. Don't sell me delusions for me to change my mind. Do you know what I mean? Don't try and sell me delusions, bro. But yeah, let me pin that there. We'll be there. Gyökeres stinker, make no mistake about it. Yeah, bro, I'm sure you will. This is what I'm saying. See, you man are snakes. You know, I know you man are snakes. You know what I'm saying? Rivals doing rival stuff. You know what I mean? One thing I said to Lee is if Arteta loses 8-2, Fight Club is back next season. I'm telling you, North, when are you going to play FIFA career mode? I missed them times, bro. Yeah, man, I need to get back onto that. That's true, you know. I need to get back onto that. Maybe, yeah, I need to get back onto that. Let me see when I got time, bro, because now the season started, it's mad busy. But I do want to incorporate the FIFA career mode. I can't even remember how the team was built. No, nothing. I don't even know anymore. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it takes time, guys. It takes time. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I can do FIFA Sundays. Should I make that a thing? FIFA Sundays. What do you man think? Me getting stressed on FIFA on Sundays. Maybe FIFA Sundays, and maybe I can do that. Because there's bare games and there's bare stuff to talk about now that the games are. Maybe FIFA Sundays. Maybe. FIFA Fridays. Man say FIFA Fridays, yeah? What do you mean this time play a hard mode, not easy mode? Come on, man. Look at this guy, man. Do you know what I mean? Man. FIFA Fridays. Yeah, maybe FIFA Fridays. That's got a ring to it. FIFA Fridays, you know. Maybe I can do FIFA Fridays. Maybe I can do FIFA Fridays. Who knows? Yo, yeah, man.
How you doing? You okay? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. What are you saying, man?
Oh, too much to say after yesterday's madness. I'm telling you, it's yeah, it was a crazy game yesterday. I wasn't too impressed with what I saw. But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed you didn't do a live, because I wanted to jump on and just like unpack a lot of things. Because yesterday, I feel like the last two games, yeah, I know we're talking about Tottenham and Burnley, but last two games, yeah, it feels like the manager is against us. His tactics are all over the place. I'll be real. Like the midfield balance was not there at all. Like every time we lost the ball in the middle of the pitch, it's like Sahara. It's like there was open spaces like the Sahara Desert. Like, and I'm not sure what he's trying. I just don't know what he's trying to do. I know like he's changed to a wing back system, but we're just too open. And truth be told, I'd prefer us to move to a 4-4-2 diamond, because at least then you've got 3 midfielders and then a number 10 as well, right? And you've got 2 up front. Because do you know what? Yeah, I feel like we're also short in wide areas. Like we've got Cody Gakpo, you've got Mohamed Salah, and I guess Chiesa if you want to throw him in, but it's not really enough. We were stronger last year in terms of like having players in the wide areas. But if we go to a 4-4-2 diamond, I think you can offset a lot of those problems, and you can also get the wing backs involved too, because like when our wing backs go up the pitch, our wingers don't really pass the ball to them on the overlap. So it's just pointless. Like enough times, yeah, Kerkez was making a run, Cody Gakpo just ignores him. Enough times Frimpong was making a run, Mohamed Salah just ignores him. So yeah, I just want us to move to the formation to a 4-4-2 diamond, so we can get like better structure like in the midfield, because like the fact that Semenyo is able to run basically the length of the pitch and score is crazy. Like, where are our midfielders? It doesn't make sense. Like you can't be this. I get the fact that we play front foot football, but you can't be this gung ho. It doesn't make any sense. It's literally suicidal. And luckily we got away with it yesterday. Oh, and do you know what else is crazy? How did we made 3 sets of substitutes? Yeah, 3 sets of substitutes. We brought on Robertson and we brought on Endo, and then we brought on Jones and we brought on Gomez, and then we brought on Chiesa. If we take Chiesa out of it, we made 4 defensive subs and we conceded 2 goals. When we made the defensive subs, what is happening? Like, the instructions are crazy. Why is Endo trying to make overlapping runs at right back? Why is Wataru Endo at right back? That's even crazier to me. But yeah, this season's going to be long, man. I wasn't really confident going into this game, because I feel like, yes, we've spent a lot of money and stuff, but I feel like the team balance isn't there. And also, like, I know everyone will say, yeah, oh, it doesn't matter about preseason. I'm someone that takes a lot of stock into preseason, because I believe like champions are made in the off season. The better your preseason preparation, not in terms of results, just in terms of like players getting consistent minutes together as a unit. Because remember, the problem that we've had is, yes, we've made changes, but it's not just the players we've brought in, it's the players that we've let go. And because players are leaving as new players are joining, there's like the rhythm isn't there. Like, obviously there's a couple of people in the chat that's roasting Florian Wirtz, and fair enough, man. He didn't have a great performance at all. I'm not going to try and defend him. At the same time, he needs to get used to playing alongside Mohamed Salah, Hugo Ekitike, Cody Gakpo, etc., etc. It's not going to click overnight for him. He's never played with this type of players before, so he needs to learn how their movements are, where he needs to be, even like the pace of the league. There was a couple of moments when he had the ball in the middle of the pitch, and like, for example, in the first half, Semenyo just barges him off the ball because he's holding on to it for too long. He needs to get accustomed to how the league is played. This is not Germany. You don't get that type of time and space. Now, to be honest with you, I expect this to continue for a little bit longer, because obviously, like I said, it's not going to change overnight. He needs to play games and adjust that way. But he will get better as the season goes on. That's the most important thing. But yeah, I just want us to move to a 4-2-3-1. Sorry, not 4-2-3-1, the 4-4-2 diamond, because this 4-2-3-1 business with the wing backs is not working. Yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter. But other than that, the result was good. We didn't play well, but we still managed to get the result, which is important. But yeah, long season ahead for everybody. Big game for you guys tomorrow.
The thing is, though, I get your concerns, and I do feel like your fullbacks are getting caught out. Your midfield look non-existent and will run through. I completely get everything that you're saying. Yeah. The thing is, your manager's shown the tactical ability to adjust. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing why you can give him a bit of grace, because he has shown the willingness to. He's not somebody that's stuck on one system and will play that system through good or bad. A bit like Klopp. Even though Klopp did a lot of good things to you, he was very stuck with his way of playing football, and we're going to win that way, or we're going to die that way. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I feel like Slot is a bit more tactically, is a bit more flexible, and I think he deserves that. You know what I mean? And also as well, like I was saying before, like there's a lot of players that are not going to hit the ground running, that may grow into the season and may grow into understanding what the team wants and getting used to the league. 100%. But I think he has to adjust for the change in personnel. I think he has to adjust to that. And he has to be a little bit more pragmatic, because You're exposing
Yes.
players that are trying to catch up to
Yes.
speed, and that is just not a good combination.
100%. Because like for me, yeah, I get the fact because that's why he's brought in what's his name? So Heitinga left, and we brought in Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. Now, if anyone has done any research into Giovanni Van Bronckhorst's managerial career, he likes to use fullbacks a lot. So it makes sense. You've got an assistant coach that is able to get the best out of fullbacks. The problem we had yesterday is, like I said, our wingers did not pass the overlapping fullbacks enough. And the other thing as well is this: we weren't, as you said, pragmatic enough. If you're going to send one fullback long, at least allow one fullback to sit, and vice versa. Yeah. Or what you can do is you can send both fullbacks long, no problem. But a midfielder has to tuck in. Like the way we were open, right? This reminded me of when we got absolutely spanked 7-2 by Villa. They were putting 1-2 pass in behind because we had about 8 players up the pitch. Gomez is flying off to our right back channel, and then Van Dijk has to basically marshal the rest of the pitch on his own. And then we got battered. Like, this is the thing. You need to have, like, you can't be that gung ho. And I will say this as well. Like I said with preseason, there are players in our team that are not 100% sharp. And for me personally, I know a lot of Liverpool fans here will not agree with me. I think not playing Curtis Jones was a mistake. Playing McAllister when he's not 100% fit was not a good look, because our midfield was struggling to get a hold of the game. Yes, don't get me to it's fine. It's all love, man. Don't worry about it, man. I get it. Be shameless. It's cool, man. That's what the internet is there for. I'm not like, if you can't take it, you shouldn't be on the internet. It's what it is now. It was actually really funny as well. Genital verts is funny. But yeah, no. What was I saying again?
Bro, I'm watching Doku right now, and I can't believe these men are willing to get rid of Savio to keep Doku, bro. I don't rate him like that. Like, I don't think he's as bad as some people say he is. Like, I don't think he's absolutely rubbish. But his composure sometimes and his passing sometimes just leave a lot to be desired, man. I just feel like Savio is just way better in terms of his vision, his assists. Like, the one thing Savio needs to improve is his finishing. But overall, technically, he's better.
Yeah.
He creates more. Do you know what I'm saying? And these are obviously moving on from KDB. You need that creativity. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Pep seems to just like Doku's, his burst of pace and everything. But I don't know, man. If I was them, I would have kept Savio.
Yeah, I agree. Doku is a TikTok footballer, man. He looks good, like, in possession, like when it has actual effectiveness and putting the ball into the back of the net or helping the team score goals, it's just not there. Like, his numbers are not, and of course, yeah, football is not just about a numbers game. It's about how technical you are too. But he's one side the other way. So he's super technical, and he's very direct. He's a great dribbler, but he just doesn't have any effectiveness. His decision making is pants, and that's the problem. Do you know what I mean? So if he can improve his decision making, he'll be an incredibly effective footballer. That's just all it is.
What? Go on yourself. Big up, bro.
Yeah. Well, you want me to talk about Liverpool?
Huh?
You want me to talk about Liverpool? I watched the game yesterday still.
Yeah, Liverpool and Spurs. You can give your opinion on Liverpool.
Yeah, I watched the game yesterday. I don't know, for some reason, I just felt like Liverpool was like way, like, a bit more aggressive than usual, innit? It wasn't all about playing football. It was a bit more aggressive. But Wirtz couldn't really handle the aggression. Like, I just feel like he needs to. Sometimes he holds on to the ball for too long, innit? You know what I mean? I think if he releases it a bit earlier, he doesn't get taken out, innit? You get what I'm saying? He can move the ball a bit earlier, and I think I heard you say that about the overlap thing and whatever. I was with that. I think one of the goals, I think Semenyo's first goal, isn't it, when Robertson came on and he couldn't even catch up to my man. Do you remember that? As soon as he took it, maybe Frimpong's the one. Maybe Frimpong's the one that might get, you know what I mean? Might be, the one that might struggle a little bit more, yeah, because he might be further forward a bit more, whatever. And it turned out to be Kirkes, bro. It turned out to be Kirkes who was struggling, but besides that, obviously,
Kirkes was flying around like Bruce Lee in Way of the Dragon. I don't know what he was doing. He got so tight to everyone. He just fly kicking everywhere. I mean, what are you doing? Like, I love his tenacity, yeah, because that's a great way for fans to fall in love with you, yeah.
Yeah.
Just be smart about it. I don't like he was like this at Bournemouth, so it's nothing new. But it's almost like he's just too excited. Someone just needs to calm him down a
But
bit.
it's not
Listen, boys.
Bournemouth now, though. This is the thing. Now you're with better players. It's not
Yeah,
Bournemouth.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
remember, those teams kind of have to do that to rattle our teams, yeah,
So yes, sir.
and stop us.
Before you finish up, before you continue, listen, boys, I have to head off here. But thank you,
Yeah.
thank you for having me on. Yes, sir. Big
Yeah,
up yourself,
man.
North. Big up yourself.
I
Big
big
up
up
the chat.
yourself,
Like the video, people. I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys some point when you next live. Yeah, and you drop the link. Later.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Big up,
Yeah.
big up,
Yeah.
bro. Every single time. But
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
What did you think? What did you think of Spurs?
listen, Spurs is kind of what I expected after I seen them play against PSG. Because when I saw what I saw, because remember we had this whole chat, you and I, multiple times before that, yeah, about how Spurs might play on the against PSG. Because my thing was, obviously, if they had Andrew, you knew they were going to get ripped because it's on the counter. Remember high line and all that. You knew that they were going to find space, but I knew that this Thomas Frank guy is going to come in and be a bit more compact. Because that's how he plays. He's more used to playing a bit more compact than going forward, isn't it? So and that suited this squad, and it'd be easier on them anyway. So when he done that, I was like, all right, cool. Obviously, seen the way they played against PSG. Forget the whole. You can't take the Spurs out of the players anyway. That's a different story, isn't it? You know what I mean? But I liked the way they played, innit? And I thought, yo, if they sort out, let's say they bring out the 10 that they need, do you know what I mean? It will be more problems from them. And you saw it today. Obviously, it is Burnley and they're finally back in the Prem and all of that. But then if you saw, bro, they were dominant from the beginning, bro. There was obviously periods later on where Burnley got in the game a little bit, but didn't take their chances. But bro, first thing I saw was Richarlison. I was like, nah, Richarlison up front, but he can still do a job. We always knew that, innit? But he has that thing where he either scores mad goals or he just miss sitters. He's always been Richarlison, innit? That's all what he does.
He missed some mad goals today. To be fair to him, like
Yeah. I walked away from the TV a couple of times, so I missed the thing, but I saw both goals. Innit? And it's Kudus twice. Do you know what I'm saying? I've been telling Mike, you got blood on your hands, fam. Man single-handedly ruined Kudus' reputation. You know that? But
yeah, he had an agenda against Cudus last season.
But all of them, they say Bowen's better than him. I'm like, okay, I hear it, but like we're looking at this now, and I'm thinking, nah, he's doing his job. Like he's doing what he needs to do for them, innit? His hold-up play is good. He's strong on the ball. Yeah, his delivery was good. Obviously, even though that obviously one of the goals, especially that second goal that Richarlison scored, it's obviously more on what the striker does from that position, innit? Because not anyone can really finish like that, but the delivery was good anyway. So for me, they look deadly, innit? And they do take their chances, to be fair. In terms of they two, even though it was 1-0, they didn't really look on the threat. But then 2-0, 3-0, they just killed the game off nicely. You seen the manager make the substitutions. He brought on Paulinho later on. And you get it. He brought on the players that he wanted to bring in straight away. He didn't do that whole thing where I'm gonna stick with this 11, innit? But yeah, no, Hooks is still upset with my comment. Donkeys are actually fast. Donkeys are actually fast. I think I seen it because I saw Havertz sprint in that game, and he scored the goal. Did he score the goal? And he did.
Yeah,
Was it Bilbao? Yeah. And I seen him in training, man. I glazing him for sprinting. I was like, all right. I swear down. I was thinking, all right. But he was known for being quick before he came to Chelsea. Like he was tall and whatever, but he was quick. And then I don't know where the pace went all of a sudden, but it is what it is. But yeah, listen, Spurs, bro, they're gonna be a problem still. If they start adding the quality with the manager's tactical nous on that, obviously they have the defenders as well. Obviously Romero, Van de Ven, bro, Van de Ven's sick, man. For his defensive ability, and he has the pace, which usually defenders don't have both, innit? They're a bit slow. The good ones are usually a bit slow, so they have to have more IQ, but he has both. So yeah, man, it shows that our teams have to be steady, bro. Otherwise you're gonna be struggling, innit?
And that's the thing. Like, I think Spurs did well today. The only thing I take away from it is there's no creativity through the middle. Like I think Bergvall did well in terms of his passing and keeping the ball moving, but he's not that guy, and he's not Maddison, innit? And it's like because Maddison's out right now, like if they bring Eze, it'll be different. They got creativity through the middle, The left-hand
Yeah.
side, Johnson wants to be in the end of chances. He's not going to create like that. Do you get me? He's not like a mass
Mhm.
creator like that. Like the way Cudus
Yeah.
was constantly feeding Richarlison. If he gets locked off of in a game, who's their creativity? And also, like you showed it, we saw it in the PSG game when they want to rest their defensive midfielders. Who else is coming off the bench to like do that DM role? Do you know what I mean? Like to lock off games. So I think they need to strengthen in certain positions. I still think that Porro as well is going to be a liability. I think certain games it works, certain
Mhm.
games like Burnley and stuff it works, but in other teams they're going to expose Porro going too far forward, man. They're going to
Have you
expose.
noticed though? Have you noticed that? You know, against PSG, the way they would caught them out with those crosses. Remember that where Hakimi was or Dembele? He crossed the ball in behind. He tried to cross it just behind the defense, so someone runs into it. Because Poro's always higher up or whatever. Yeah, like you said. And Burnley didn't really try that, innit? They didn't really try that, to be fair, from what I've seen. So they still have things to sort out, but obviously consider it. You also have to consider it. Man's in phase 0.1, bro. You know, he's literally just come in. So to see what they're doing right now, obviously,
No,
I'm pretty
Frank is
sure he's
doing a
probably
good job. Yeah, he's doing a good job.
yeah, doing a
Like
good job so far. But then, you know what it is? What's going to tell us a lot about Spurs this season? When they go through the periods that they always do during the season where things don't go well, are they going to recover from that? Or is it going to be, you know what I mean? It's just, are they going to keep going downhill, which happens a lot of times, isn't it? If they recover from that, I think they do get themselves in a steady position, innit? But till then, we got to see, innit? Because remember, they also have Champions League games and all that other competitions and that. So, yeah, we'll see.
I hear it, man. Before we bring Gianni in, Drex Kane, big up to you for the super chat, bro. Can I join the stream? Yeah, you can, but you have to have your camera on. Yasser, everybody that's come onto the show multiple times with their camera is different. You've never been on, you know what I mean? You have the camera on, mic on. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just the same.
I'm not at home at the moment. That's the only reason why the camera's not on.
That's what I'm saying. Nah, but big up though. Big up to you, bro. You can join. Just put your camera on, bro. Camera and mic, and you can have your say, no problem. Gianni, what you saying, man? What do you think about Spurs' game today, bro?
I think it's just the first game. I don't think we need to get too over the top with it. I'm standing by I think Spurs are going to be in the fight for the 7th spot. I'm not too convinced by them just yet because I want to see what they're going to look like with European football with this team. If they get Eze and Savinho, then I think it's a different story. But if they don't and they go as is, I think Spurs are going to struggle to try to get 7th or 8th. They might need the coefficient to get Europa League play.
Yeah, what I'm saying, I'm not trying to put it over the top as well. By the way, my thing is just obviously they finished 17th or 15th, whatever it is. So like 7th is good for them. You know, what I mean? 7th is an improvement from last season. So that's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
But there's already guys online trying to say that this was amazing. This is the standard for the rest of the season for Thomas Frank. I think this is going to be a season that tells us if Thomas Frank is actually a decent manager or not. I don't think I'm not putting too much stock in him, to be quite honest with you. I'd be shocked if Spurs end up pushing on where they're in the top 6. That's my opinion. I think they'll be 7th or 8th, and they'll be a decent little bit behind the top 6.
I hear it. I think they just need to temper their expectations, bro, because it just goes down to who they get through the door by the end of the window. Then we'll be looking at Spurs a little bit different, thinking, okay, you should be doing a bit better. But as it currently stands, I agree with Yasser. I think they'll do better than last season. But them talking about getting in, breaking into the top 5, top 4, I don't see it. And if I'm wrong, I don't mind holding my hand up and saying
I don't see it. You know, the top 4 thing I think is mad because I think top 4, I think it's kind of already set. You know, from what I can see, the quality and stuff like that, I think it's going to be like Liverpool, City, Chelsea, and Arsenal that kind of have those. Depending on what happens in the season, you know what I mean? It depends on who's going to end up where. I think that bit is going to be very difficult to break into, and I think the 5th spot will also depend. Obviously, I know United don't really playing that well and whatever, but they only have 1 game a week in terms of they don't have any other competition in it, so that might make it a bit more easier for them. But that's still very difficult to break into the top bit, in my opinion.
I agree with you. I think the top 4 is already set. It's only going to be if one of them fuck up royally in order for somebody else to get into the first 4. But I think if Aston Villa can permanently get Marco Asensio back, I trust Unai Emery more than any of the other managers, so I think Villa might be, for me, might be fifth. I'm still quite. I think it's between Villa and Newcastle for fifth and sixth, especially if Newcastle gets Wissa. I didn't like that setup today that they had at that 3-4-3. I don't like Anthony Gordon as a false nine. Yeah, he's got pace, but the finishing needs to be much more improved by him this season if they're going to push for Champions League if he's playing striker.
Yeah, him in the false nine just didn't work, bro. It didn't work. You know what I mean? You could tell how much they miss Isak, innit? So as long as they have someone up top, he can play off the left, which suits him more. They probably have to keep that until someone to get up front, but
And he looked terrible. And he looked terrible against a weakened Villa defense. He didn't go up against Konsa and Pau Torres. And Emi Martinez wasn't in the net and really didn't challenge either with a lesser goalkeeper. So I think Newcastle's going to be in for a rude awakening if they don't get Wissa over the line. I trust Unai Emery more than any of the other managers. I think they get fifth.
Yeah.
I don't know if you men are watching City at the moment as well. I can't lie, still looking a bit samey, man. Reinders technically is a baller, but I'm still seeing them struggle in the wide areas. The midfield still isn't creating enough opportunities for me. I know it's 25 minutes into the game, but
nah, you know what it is, I left the house when they were walking out here because I had to go get something from outside. And man saw Bernardo Silva in the lineup. I was like, yeah, we know where this goes. Because you know what it is with Pep? Pep likes to play the players he trusts, innit?
Yep.
And sometimes he overdoes it instead of playing a player who may have the ability or the physicality, or he might be slightly younger, whatever. He did it last season when he kept playing a KDB when he might not be fit, or you get it, or sticking with those same players all the time.
Look at that goal! They've been doing it, bro. They've had leading up to this goal. Yeah, Wolves just scored. Leading up to this goal, sorry, Yasser. Yeah, offside is making them catch life. Oh my god. Bro, they have been breaking down, Man City's defense time and time again. The midfield are not picking up the runners. The crosses, they're allowing them to spam crosses across the flipping box. No one's picking up their man. The centre-backs, all of them are doing last-ditch tackles. Diaz done last-ditch tackle. Diaz actually gave the ball away as well, playing out from the back. Nori doing last-ditch tackles. Bro, they're looking defensively like they can get got, bro. You know what I mean, bro? They're looking. It's looking mad for them defensively, bro. And this is what I said this at the start when I was talking about Spurs, and after I spoke about Spurs, I said the reason I think Man City, listen, they'll be a bit better, but defensively can get got at, bro. And they're still looking like they can get got at, bro.
And if Rodri's not there, Nico Gonzalez is not that good defensively. He's decent for a deep lying playmaker, but put him on his defensive aspect, he's not that good. He really isn't that good. That's why I don't see why everybody hyped him up. And the fact that they don't have Vardiol starting as the center back pairing with Diaz is bad, because I've never been a fan of John Stones. I honestly think John Stones should be playing as the backup holding midfielder for Rodri more than Nico Gonzalez or Kovacic, in my opinion. I'd rather take a chance on him there, because John Stones always gets caught out of position. He's always the weak link in that back line. He was only good that 1 year for the treble. Other than that, he overcompensates with his pace. I really don't think he's as good as everybody tries to hype him up.
Yeah, bro. He's already got caught out a couple of times, man. We're only 27 minutes into the game, bro. This defense has bbeen looking shaky, bro. And that midfield is just not covering for that defense. And the wide plays, Nori done a good last-ditch tackle, but bro, I don't see it. Even when you get Rico Lewis into attacking areas, he just on the ball doing a Martinelli, bro. Like, I don't know what he's doing when he gets into the final. I don't know, man. This team, I just don't see the balance, man. Nope. I don't see the balance. I don't see them breaking teams down. I'm not seeing them shielding their back line. It just...
Bro, there's no reason for them to be having Doku. Why are they choosing Doku over fucking Savinho? Like Doku, when he was in France, when he was playing for Stade Rennais, he had Martin Terrier and Guiri as two target guys. He kept trying to dribble around. All he is a pace merchant.
Look at that. Shoot! Oh my god. These men are daydreaming. Diaz, you're not even picking him up. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, this man's offside again. Bro, Wolves should be 2-3-0 up.
Yeah, they should be 2-0 up right now.
Look at this. Look at the passing. Why would you pass Diaz? What the fuck? are you doing, bro? Man is passing it to Nico, yeah, and he's under pressure. There's a player pressing him. Why would you do
He'll
that?
be gone. He'll be gone. There's already rumors talking right now that if they don't win, they don't come back and win the Scudetto this year, that Bastoni will be going to Manchester City, because Inter, they just paid off some loans, but they're going to need to raise some money. There's talk that Barella and Bastoni both might be gone. Barella might be gone this year still. We don't know if Real comes in for him or not.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, man. Big up to the both of you guys. I'm going to carry on watching the game. Pep looks fuming. Pep looks fuming. He just sat there looking at the players like,
I told you the game plan. What are you doing? You know, there was... You know what's funny though? You can tell usually when a manager told the players to do certain things and they're not doing it. You can tell when it's that, or when the players are doing the game plan but it's not working. A lot of the time, sometimes things aren't working on the pitch because the players are not doing it. I remember that with Mourinho at Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that a lot of the times people were saying, "Oh, is this football or this or that?" And then when Hugo Luis used to do that, the interview, he said, Mourinho told us to score early." You know what I mean? And then you realize they weren't doing what he wanted them to do on the pitch. So, yeah, we'll see anyway with this game. Oh, you doing a match reaction later, and no?
yeah, match traction for this game, man.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know
just
why he's not starting Marmoush.
you scheduled it, it doesn't mean it's always gonna happen, bro. That's what I'm asking. You know?
A done deal's not a completed deal. Is that what
Exactly.
you're saying?
Exactly. Yeah. And listen, the big up. No, I gotta go, man.
Nah, big up, man. Big up
Big
to
up,
you,
yes,
man.
sir.
Yeah.
Gianni, big up to you as well, man. Big up to you.
I don't know why he's not starting Marmoush, bro. Why the hell would he not start Marmoush on that left? If you're going to keep Doku over Savinho, just put him on the right-hand side and let him whip balls in. At least if you can't get to Haaland and makes it through, you got Marmoush crashing the net.
Your midfield is not creative enough, but you got a striker that feeds off of chances that's not being fed chances. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. It doesn't make sense. And then you're trying to, and I agree with you, then you're trying to get rid of one of your most creative players, Savinho. Like, I don't get it. It doesn't logically make sense. If you're gonna persist with Haaland, you need to pattern the midfield and you need to have wingers that can also create and bring him into the game to get the best out of his best attribute, which is scoring goals. If that's what you're gonna do, then you need to get the balance right. But I agree with Yasser. What is the point going with Bernardo? Like, if you're gonna make a change, which you have Nico, Reinders, all these players, then go with a change. Go with a change. But playing Bernardo, bro, he ain't even been good for Portugal for time. So I don't even know. Like,
look at the way that midfield's passing the ball. Reinders needs to get pushed more forward than where he's at. He's not. Reinders is technically unbelievable, but defensively, he's not.
Bernardo's at left back. Bernardo's at left back. Why is Bernardo at left back? But what is going on? This is crazy. But listen, man, big up Gianni. We'll talk soon. You can jump on the match reaction for this game after if you want to. But yeah, man, shut your channel out. You got a channel, shut your channel out, bro. Before we wrap up.
Man, Gianni Talks Calcio TV. I'll be doing my first show. I was gonna try to do it Friday, but some stuff came up with work. I'll be doing my first show, doing a Serie A preview, and then I'll also do my Premier League and La Liga predictions as well. I want to give the first week for the Premier League before I make some predictions because I want to see how a couple guys are going to fit in. But yeah, man, if you're on later, I'll if I'm around, I'll hop on. Appreciate it.
Big up, man. Make sure you subscribe to Gianni's channel, and we're out, man. See you guys after the game. Love.